I know the video I did on Jake Paul was a little bit different than my usual stuff, but I'm being totally honest, it gets really exhausting talking non-stop about politics, so I thought it would be a nice fresh little change. What I didn't plan on was getting wrapped up in some petty YouTube drama with the members of Team 10 themselves. But now that it's happened, let's talk about Chad Tepper. Now I will go ahead and introduce this little twat, since he's so irrelevant you've probably never heard of him anyway. Chad Tepper is one of the whiny spoiled fags currently with Team 10. He's just living it up in the Team 10 house. Now, since he's part of Team 10, you should just automatically know he has no talent, since being a talentless pretty boy hack is pretty much the only qualification necessary for joining Team 10.
Justin, what is that? Bro, Chad, bro. Chad, I ain't gonna step on that thing like a cucaracha.
Maybe I was wrong. America's got talent after all. Now, Chad makes the same boring content that Jake does, just the same lame, dry, boring kind of vlogs, only Chad's are even worse. If Jake Paul is the Walmart version of Logan Paul, then that makes Chad, I don't even know. Calling Chad the Kmart version of Jake Paul would be way too much of a compliment. Even calling him the dollar store version of Jake Paul would be a compliment. No, Chad Tepper, he's pretty much the Blockbuster version of Jake Paul. Now why am I even picking on this poor, innocent little lad, Chad? I mean, he's just another stupid, irrelevant vlogger, right? Well, after I made my video on Jake Paul, Chad left 6 different comments on my video with some of the weakest roasts I've ever seen in my entire life. Trash can of America. Dap! Hollister shirt. Crying emoji. How are you making this video if it's 2007? Try harder, Chad. You're no match for my helicopter dab. I have no talent, right? Ha 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 ha. You know, Chad, I'm not even really sure why you're laughing here. You don't have any talent. I'm pretty sure every single human being in existence has the ability to roll a toy rat across the floor or wrap themselves in bubble wrap. Do you really think you have talent? I'm dead. Hunter Avallone, ha 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 ha. Why do you have so much hate? Why would you ever wear that shirt? Alright, let me cool down a second. My ass was just flamed. Now you would think that roasts, coming from a guy living in the presence of the most savage man alive, would be a little better, right? But no, Chad, of all the things you could have roasted me on, man, you pick on my shirt? I mean, can you be that petty, that stupid? Something so irrelevant as my shirt, and that's what you choose to hit me on. I mean, if you really want to be that petty, I can be that petty also. I have no problem stooping to your level, my friend. So, let me ask you something. Chad. Fucking Chad. You know, I'll be honest, of all the Chads I've ever known, they were never really cool, and they were never really lame. They were just kind of there. Has anybody ever met a Chad and liked them? No, probably not. All right, nobody likes a Chad. Hashtag nobody likes a Chad. All kidding and pettiness aside, Chad, you could have roasted me in so many better ways. All right, I can give you better things you could have roasted me with. Number 1, my eyebrows. Look at these things. They're backwards, they're weird, and I've worked for ages to try and fix them. I have this little razor thing that I try to shape them, and I can't do it. No matter what I do, I cannot fix my eyebrows. They are doomed to be backwards. They look like 2 bushy caterpillars dyed on my face. All right? Roast material. You missed it. I'm disappointed. Secondly, look at my forehead. When I raise my eyes like this, can you see this? Yeah. This giant crease right here? Look at that ugly crease. My forehead smiles more than I do. Roast material right there, and you missed it. I'm disappointed, Chad. If you can't come at me with some better roasts after you're hanging out with the most savage god alive, Jake Paul, then just sit down, man. Don't come at me with these flimsy little roasts. Not only are his roasts just incredibly weak, which is like such a petty thing to talk about anyway, his comments reveal what a hypocrite this buffoon is also. A few days ago, he tweets, "So much hate in the world. Tell someone you love them today." I wonder how Chad's doing at following his own example. Oh, right. He calls me the trash can of America. Word of advice, Chad? Don't preach love if you're not going to follow your own example. Speaking of Chad being a hypocrite, this is actually only the tip of the iceberg. Chad likes to act like a real tough guy. He likes to act like he's a real badass. One of his slogans that's all over his Twitter and his Instagram is, "Don't come for me." Yeah, it's like, Don't come for me. Don't mess with me, bitch. Now, I really have no problem with people acting like tough guys. I do have a problem with people like Chad. They act like tough guys, but then they're total pussies. After Chad commented on my video, he blocked me on Instagram. I then posted about it, and several of my fans commented on his picture, and they got blocked on Instagram as well. So he likes to walk around like a real badass with his chest all puffed up. Don't come for me. Well, Chad, people aren't even able to come for you because you block them and then hide in your safe space. My new hobby is blocking people on IG. Makes me really happy. Here's the thing, Chad. I can't stop you from blocking people on IG, and I really don't care that you're blocking people on IG. Just don't act like you're a tough guy when you're seriously just a timid, talentless, triggered fuck. Now, Chad is similar to Jake in more ways than one. For one, Chad is obviously aware that his content is painfully boring.
We're back at my house, and you guys are probably thinking right now, why the heck does this guy have a bunch of One Direction stuff on, with a One Direction beanie, a One Direction t-shirt, One Direction dolls, mini dolls, poster, bus stop sign from One Direction Made in the AM, one of the best albums. Wait, okay, so alright, so my big secret that I was talking to everybody in Team 10 about is I'm a Directioner.
Wow, so we wait for 6 minutes, seeing Chad here hype up his little secret, trying to get people excited, trying to make his boring content somehow exciting. And then we find out he likes One Direction. Chad, you're like one of the most faggy guys I've ever seen. The fact that you like One Direction comes as a shock to no one. Even one look at his channel would reveal how much clickbait this guy relies on. Do not do this alone. Scary. Skating on fire. Crazy. It's a scary, crazy world out there, isn't it, Chad? And if that's not enough, he even copied Jake with his fan base name. We all know Jake came up with the super original and creative Jake Paulers, right? Well, guess what Chad Tepper calls his fans?
Oh, good morning, Teppers!
Yeah, Teppers. Do I even have to roast him for that? Did you lose any sleep thinking of that one, Chad? In the end, Chad is just another talentless loser mooching hardcore off of Jake's already undeserved fame. I mean, this guy, he even has a tattoo of Jake's face on his leg. Seriously, if you want to beat off to Jake, man, it would have been more creative to get it tattooed on your hand so you could at least look at it. But here's the thing. Chad has no choice but to suck off his boyfriend. He has no choice but to defend him. Because if he doesn't, he'll stop getting shoutouts. And if he stops getting shoutouts, how on earth is he supposed to continue growing his channel? I mean, could he actually try building his own channel all on his own, starting from scratch and actually working his way up, building his own audience? Don't be insane. So Chad is just another boring, talentless, hypocritical pussy whose only fame comes from sucking up to Jake. Chad Tepper, I think I just came for you, and I think I just won.